So this thing going on between Jasmine Crockett and Nancy Mace is rich. I mean, Nancy Mace has some goddamn nerve. And listen, I'm going to say it straight up. Jasmine Crockett is absolutely right. And I'm going to spitball here and I'm going to try to put up some of these tweets and everything, but it is crazy and out of hand. But I do want to show you guys this clip because Jasmine Crockett did go on Brian Tyler Cohen's show and she kind of cleared up a lot of this stuff. And I really appreciate Brian for having her on and getting her to actually get a chance to talk about, you know, what went on and her side of the story. But this little piece I'm going to show you kind of gives you Jasmine Crockett's side of things. But then I'm going to chronicle for you how freaking hypocritical, crazy, and money hungry and freaking how much of an attention whore Nancy Mace is.
And child, listen, I want y'all to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than
Chairman,
you
I
ever
am
will.
reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
Chairman,
I
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Congressman, what's your reaction to being the latest target of Nancy Mace's, I guess, what's now her weekly bit of manufactured outrage?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if people can't see the writing on the wall, it is clear that, number one, she's an unserious lawmaker. And number two, that she will do anything for clicks and anything for money. That is what it's about. And the fact that I was calling her out because I was simply trying to present an amendment that would bring back the Civil Rights and Liberties Subcommittee, which is a subcommittee that historically has been a long-standing subcommittee of the Oversight Committee, but it's a subcommittee that would be committed to all of our civil rights, all of our freedoms. And the fact is, she decided to respond and start talking about, you know, women being raped by trans folk. And I don't even know where she got that from, but I'm like, that's not even what we're talking about. And I made it clear that she has truly found out that if she talks about trans people, then people will donate to her. Right. And so I was calling that out. And then she decided she wanted to get an attitude and tried to threaten an actual fight. Now, when the rubber met the road and basically we said that that's out of line and you can't threaten violence, then all of a sudden, oh, well, she could have meant that, you know, she just wanted y'all to go outside and have coffee.
Yeah,
so
right. Go outside for a smoke, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're not going to move that that's a violation.
And Jasmine Crockett is absolutely right. The only reason Nancy Mace is out here standing outside of bathrooms and showing women's bathrooms and men's bathrooms, getting on these committees and grandstanding for attention so that she could be on Newsmax and Fox News, tweeting nonsensical bullshit all the time, is because she needs to fundraise. She's doing it all for likes and clicks and you know, just attention because that's what she wants. And so when Jasmine Crockett is on there trying to talk about something that has nothing to do with Nancy Mace, you know, the all the things she's been grandstanding about, and then Jasmine Crockett says "child" as Brian Tyler Cohen pointed out as a term of endearment. Nancy Mace is like, "Oh, you're not gonna call me a child. I'm a 47-year-old woman. I've broken more glass ceilings than you'll ever. If you want to take this outside, right?" And then she's been tweeting how she's, you know, yeah, I told Jasmine Crockett, you ain't going to talk to me like that. And she's, you know, for some reason, someone has told her to tweet like hold the line at the end of everything that she tweets. And she thinks that's really cool, but she's really just tweeting and posting like a 15-year-old. But okay, so she's been out there basically backing herself up for telling Jasmine Crockett, we can take this outside. So then people are on there saying, you know, oh, yeah, look at Nancy Mace. She's going to take it outside. And Nancy Mace is out there retweeting some of those things. And she's also, you know, liking these comments and everything, right? Basically saying, yeah, I would have taken it outside with her. She even said something about if Jasmine Crockett's going to punch down at people, she's going to punch back up, right? So she's talking about fighting. We all know she's talking about violence. That's what she's talking about, right? Now she's trying to backtrack. The funniest part of her backtrack, though, Jasmine Crockett says, listen, this is the same woman who's going around with a sling on her arm because someone shook her hand, right? So Jasmine Crockett says that in Nancy Mace's tweet, where she's trying to say, I wasn't talking about fighting, she actually says, that she is still going through physical therapy because of the assault. She calls the handshake an assault. Nancy Mace walked around for about a week with a sling on her arm because someone shook her hand, and it was called an aggressive handshake. That's literally what the police called it, an aggressive handshake. Now she is saying this has been like a month now, if not more. She's saying that she's still going through physical therapy because of that. My daughter broke her ankle when she was 11, and she had less physical therapy than Nancy Mace is saying she had because someone shook her hand. Talk about milking this. And listen, Nancy Mace talks a lot about how she was sexually assaulted. I'm starting to wonder if that's even true. I mean, seriously, she is walking around with a sling on her arm, and then I showed you video of one day she's wearing a sling, the next day she's on a podcast, and she's throwing her arms around and everything like there was never anything wrong with it, and now months later, she's saying she's going through physical therapy for that? Oh my goodness. Talk about milking it. Like Jasmine Crockett is absolutely right. She is nothing but a money-hungry attention whore. And it is embarrassing that this woman represents our country. Goodness gracious, between this and the Mark Wayne Mullen Pete Hegseth hearing, I have almost zero confidence in these people running our country. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.